The Queen is dead. Long live the King. The world, well, it's changed forever with the passing of this absolutely amazing woman. Her long life of service, well, it was a constant, a stalwart in our lives. And how fortunate are we to have lived in her time? Despite the enormous privilege of her status, she maintained a humbling focus on service. And to paraphrase what our new king said of his mother recently, it was all about us, the people. This is what motivated her. It's an approach that I think is missing from so many in public life these days who see the privilege they enjoy more important than the responsibility they have. We're in tough times, and even tougher economic times are coming, yet so many in political and media classes act as though they are privileged. They're happily disconnected from the reality and uncertainty that far too many Australians are facing now and will into the foreseeable future. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, provided certainty. She was the establishment, not an elitist. Her guidance came in many ways here and right across the culturally and religiously and economically diverse Commonwealth of nations. The council evolved with the times. She maintained a special bond right across the 53 member nations. She was honoured, revered and loved. Queen Elizabeth understood the difference between privilege and service. Yes, she lived in a privileged environment, steeped in traditions which sustained it. But she also served the nations which were built around her. Our freedom, our rights, our certainty was preserved in so many ways by the service and the substance she brought to the role that she had for 70 years, 215 days. Service before self. It's a set of values which are genuinely under threat as so many put personal privilege ahead of, well, frankly, everything and everyone. And I guess there's so much more I could say to exemplify this, but perhaps not too much on this day, that we honour the service of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. But it certainly does allow us an opportunity to reflect about the way in which personal privilege to many in public life seems far more important than service. So many in our parliamentary, media and business elites, well, they forget it's the job they do, not the job they have. And given the example of Her Majesty, you'd think our elected leaders would just know better. I mean, this past week, the privileged few partied on in Parliament House, Canberra, while around Australia, tens of thousands of people slept rough or in their cars because housing options had either disappeared or have become unaffordable. They partied on while millions of Australians struggle with the savage price rises for electricity caused by parliamentary decisions. So many Australians are doing it tough right now, and it is going to get tougher. Even the government is admitting that. And women, well, women are particularly vulnerable. Women of a certain age, above 55. Homeless. It's awful. Surely we can be better than this. So while the elites are okay, many others are looking for leadership, and they're not finding it. Her Majesty showed her privilege was to serve the people, and she defined an amazingly stoic generation of humankind. The many poseurs in public life today could learn from the example that this Queen offered. May she rest in peace.